Hi guys, this is Tom from Photo Exchange, and this is the client view. So I have a link that was sent from a photographer to the client, and I'm going to click on that link, and it's going to bring me to this page and prompt me for the password. We set up as a client, simple enough password. And by the way, just so you know, you can see, let me just hit submit on this. This is the main image that we selected. Obviously, probably not the best choice. And here we are at View Images, and on the left-hand side, these are the recommended images from the photographer, and these are the images that the client will pick as their favorites. We recommend that the client go through all of the images and just put a heart next to the images that they like, without necessarily assigning them to an album or a print. So, for instance, if they just click through and hit the play button, they can get a little slideshow going, which will automatically go through the images, and they can just throw the favorite icon on any of the images that they want to use. They can also use the right arrow key to move a lot quicker, and just throw the heart on any image that they really like. And then they can go through and select which product they're going to get that for. So I'm just going to go through and get a few. Okay, so let's just hit close on that. So now if I go to my favorites, we'll obviously have a lot more if you go through the whole job. We can now assign them to what product. So for instance, this is the main album. This is a 5x7 photo, and this is the 8x10. These were all part of the package that the client purchased. So for instance, I can say I don't want this in the main album, but I do want this as a 5x7. And the reason that we couldn't add was because we hit the maximum number of images for the 5x7, which was set by the photographer as 3. You're only allowed to get 3 5x7s as part of your package and 2 8x10s. Okay, so the more important thing is the main album. So if we click on main album, it's going to show us all the images that we've, as the client, have assigned for the main album. And we have a nice feature that we just added in, which is assign the images to the pages of the album, so the client will actually get to specify which images go onto which page. So they can just drag and drop. It's really simple. And as they scroll down, they can just add images to the page. As you can see, I've already played around with this. But whatever images you want on the page, you can just drop in here. If you get down towards the bottom and you hit spread 10, you can just keep hitting add new spread, and it's going to add more spreads. And by spreads, we're talking about double-sided page. So left and right side equals 1 spread. And just for clarity, we have that written up here at the top. Okay. One important thing is that the client can click in here and specify any instructions for this page. So for instance, use headshot on left side and other images on right. And so what happens is, as you make these comments, if you mouse over the spread title, you'll notice that the comment shows up. And I don't know if I have, I have some gibberish comments here. What's great is that the client can come in at any time and update this text. So I'm just going to clear that out, and they can actually write real words. Here is my comment. Okay, so the general idea is, once all of this is done and the photographer downloads the spread images, he's going to get a folder for spread 1, a folder for spread 2, etc., and instructions for spread 1, spread 2, and so forth, which is passed on to the album designer. So in any case, it's down here we have, let me just add some more images. And as we add all of the images, we'll notice that the window at the top here is going to give us a little message. All images have been allocated. To view used images, click on the bar Images Already Assigned. And this is great if you have a lot of images. You can preview which images have been used, and you can go back and add more, which is great. So let's just go back to View Photos. And we currently only have 33 images added to our main album. So, and we can tell which ones they are by the ones that are highlighted with the blue icon. So if I scroll down, I'm just going to add a few more. Okay, so I've added a few more images to my main album. We're now up to 42 images. And if I click on Assign Images, it's going to default to the first photo product, which happened to be the album. And we're going to have a few more images that haven't been used. So these are the ones that we just added, and these are the ones that we've already added. So if I go back to waiting to be assigned, I can now go ahead and drop these on a page and scroll down to pages that haven't been used. If you want to change the order of what's on the page, we can simply hit the X and put it back, and then maybe put this on this page instead, or on this page. If you want to clear the whole page itself, let me just scroll up. So for instance, we have a whole bunch of images. We don't want to click the X on each one of them. You can just click the X here, and it'll shoot them back into the waiting to be assigned page. And then you can just lay the pages out as you wish. Hopefully pretty self-explanatory. Comments right here can be edited at any time. Once you're done with that, we can just go back to View Photos. If you have any parent albums or anything like that, just simply select it and then click on Assign Images and repeat the process. Once everything is done, we can then go to I am done selecting images. And right now, if I click on that, nothing happens. And that's because the main album doesn't have the minimum required images, which I believe was 50 or so. So if I go to main album, let me just go to all my pictures. And I'm just going to add some more to the main album. So let me just go through and add a few more. And let's see how many we're up to now. We got a little counter, and we're at 61. Let me just throw a few more in. Hopefully that'll get us to the minimum. And once again, that minimum is set by the photographer for each event, for each product. So they can specify that this event should have an album with at least, say, 70 images and an average of 80 images or 85 images. And let's see where we're at now. So we're at 73. Let's see. This button has changed. So if I click on it, it's now active, and we're warned to assign our images in the sequence, arrange our images in the sequence that we want. So let me just go back to that for a second. So if I click on my main album, I can actually set the order that the images should be appearing in the album if I'm not going to do the assign images. If I'm doing assign images, well, obviously we're setting the order there. But if I just want to set the order here, I can just drag and drop and just move things around as I wish. And what that's going to do is it's going to assign a unit index number to each of these images. So for instance, this image is now going to have a prefix of 01 in front of it. And so it's going to automatically get a file name that sorts it in the order that we currently have now. So once it's downloaded, it'll be in the correct order. All right, so you get the idea with that. So once I'm done and put everything in order, I'm just going to click on I'm done. And you assign the images to the album. We put them in order. Great. Those are the two main things. And I'm going to hit Confirm Completion. Once I do this, the photographer gets an email telling him that the client has selected all the images for all of their products and they're ready for download and sending to print. So this is the end of the client view, and if you have any questions, give us a call or email us info@photoexchange.com. This is Tom. I'll talk to you